Hello, this is Katie from Vintage and Vinyl. I'll be spinning some rockin' 50s records every week here on my channel, as well as sharing some cool Coca-Cola collectibles and other neat vintage finds. Stay tuned! Hey guys, this is Katie with Vintage and Vinyl, back with another great video for you today. In this video, I have been tagged by Dee over at Thrill of the Thrift for the Quarantine Q&A Challenge, and I am so grateful to Dee for tagging me. Thank you very much. This is a big honor, and I can't wait to answer these questions. I hope you guys will get to know me a little bit better through this. And Dee, I just want to say I'm so glad you're back on YouTube. I know you've gone through a lot the last couple of months, and we are all so excited to see you doing well and overcoming. So yay, three big cheers for Dee. So let's go ahead and get started in this quarantine Q&A. And the first question out of the 11 that they want me to answer is, did you prepare for the quarantine or did you wait until the last minute? Well, I am from Florida, and it is ingrained in me to prepare because we have hurricanes here. And when the hurricanes start, or there's whispers of a hurricane, people flock to the stores like madmen and grab everything off the shelves, and it is just impossible to get anything that you actually need. So I kind of stay stocked throughout the year on things that I can, because you never know when something like this is going to happen. But when I started hearing about this quarantine possibly becoming a thing, I went straight out to the stores and I got some extra toilet paper, just one pack, and some paper towels, and then just comfort items that if I didn't have or couldn't get, it would really affect my time in quarantine. And one of those things was soap. I am allergic to a lot of different products, and I can only use this certain type of soap, but it's only sold at Walgreens and they don't always have it. So I went out and tried to find as many bottles of it as I could so that I wouldn't break out in hives, because I didn't have a choice. I can't use anything else. So I did get that. And of course, frozen food, some peanut butter, things like that that will last a while. So if I got stuck inside, I'd be set. That's just part of my hurricane training. The next question is, am I secretly happy I am home, or am I miserable and want to go outside? So I love being home. I am very much a homebody. I do love people, and I am definitely not an introvert, but I do love having some time to myself just to be in my home. Of course, I miss going to the thrift stores, antique shops, out to dinner with my friends, or to the movies. That is something I for sure miss, but I really don't mind being inside. It's not terrible. The next question is, who was the last person you checked on during the quarantine? So I probably checked on my grandparents last. My mom and I talk on the phone every day, but my grandparents, I try to make sure they're okay, because they live in a senior facility and there's no one allowed in or out right now. So I make sure that they have everything they need. And last week their TV went out, so it was a good thing I called, because I was able to help train them to do a hard reset and get that all fixed up. And they really, like all of us, rely on the TV during this time. The next question is, how do you normally spend the day during your quarantine? So I have 3 animals that I take care of. I have 2 guinea pigs, Otto and Cappy, and I have Louie, who's a pug. And so when I get up in the morning, the first thing that I do is I make sure they are all fed and happy. So I give the guinea pigs their lettuce, their hay, and they get pellets and carrots and parsley, and then their medicine, and Louie gets her kibbles and all of that. So they come first, and then I get my coffee and I check on YouTube, see if I have any comments to respond to, same with Instagram, and then I watch a couple of videos and get caught up on all of that, and then I go into the rest of the stuff that I need to do for the day. The next question is, who am I quarantined with? Well, I'm quarantined with my guinea pigs, Otto and Cappy, and then my pug, Louie. The next question is, have I been outside and how many times? So I am immune compromised, so I am not going to the stores. I've actually had all my groceries delivered. I'm just being extra careful. Call me fanatical if you want, but I just really can't take risks. So the only time I've been out was for a drive, and I went for a drive in the car last week, and I did the Fat Bird Finds Your Hometown Tour Challenge, which will be premiering soon. I believe it's the 27th, so you guys can watch that here on my channel. And of course, check out the playlist for all the other great videos that are included. But I think that the drive's a pretty safe thing to do because you're in your car, you're not around anybody else, you're all sealed up. So I feel like that's very safe. And of course, when I went out, just even to go to my car, I had my mask and my gloves, so I didn't have to come into contact with anyone in the elevator or touch stuff that I didn't want to. And then I was able to take my gloves off and all that once I got in the car. The next question is, how many hours per day am I sleeping? I would say I'm sleeping my normal amount. I am not a napper. I take a nap and then I just get even more tired, and I tend to go into a deeper sleep when I nap. So naps never work out for me. So I am not napping during the day. The next question is, what is my favorite food to snack on during quarantine? Probably Cheez-Its. I love Cheez-Its. I know that it's probably fake cheese and they're not that great for you, but there's something so yummy about those little squares. And my other favorite foods are probably apples and peanut butter or cashews. I love cashews. The next question is, what have I been watching? Well, my favorite TV show is Friends, so I've been watching a lot of that. And Alex over at Chapter 2 Vintage Co. mentioned something really interesting in her video, and I happen to have read the same article. And basically it stated that people are re-watching some of the older series on Netflix and other platforms instead of watching new content because it was safe and familiar to them. Well, I kind of feel that way with Friends. I've seen it probably, I don't know, gazillions of times. I own the box set, you know, so when Netflix took it off, it was no issue for me because I have all the seasons at home. And I've seen it, you know, like I said, a bunch, but there's something so comforting and familiar about the characters. You know, it's like inviting an old friend to come into your home, and you've known each other for years, and you can just sit down and have that great conversation that keeps on going and you don't miss a beat. And that's how I feel when I watch Friends. And plus, all of the characters in Friends are very relatable to other people in your own life. In fact, my friends even call me a Monica because I'm so neat and tidy. I really am a neat freak. But I've also been watching great YouTube content here on YouTube. A lot of creators have been putting out some great videos during this time, and all the live sales have been so much fun. I've been enjoying getting in the chat every evening. That's been a ton of fun, and I have enjoyed that. Also, I have a lot of box sets, so I've been watching Golden Girls. I've rewatched some of the older series, like I've got I Love Lucy, Andy Griffith, let's see, Leave It to Beaver, Green Acres, that kind of thing. The next question is, how much toilet tissue did you buy? Well, I bought just the one pack when all of this started, and you know how Charmin comes where it says like 18 rolls equals 25, you know, sheets or whatever, you know what I mean. It's kind of crazy the way they do toilet paper. So I just bought one of those standard packs, you know, so I don't know exactly how many rolls were in it. The next question is, if you work from home, do you dress in the morning? So I always have this thing that I don't like to open the door potentially and have people see me in my pajamas. So the minute I get up, I do like to make sure that I am dressed. And of course, I'm always filming YouTube content, so I'm not really big on being in my pajamas. So I do get up and get dressed. The next question, oh, well, actually, guys, I said next question, but that's it. We've done all the questions in the quarantine challenge Q&A. So thank you, Dee, for tagging me. I really appreciate it. This has been a lot of fun, and it is my turn now to challenge 3 YouTubers or tag 3 YouTubers. And I know a lot of people have already been tagged, so if you have been tagged, I am so sorry, but this is what I've come up with, and I don't think these people have been tagged yet. So we're going to tag Patrick over at Trusty Huckster Mercantile. I am going to link all of these channels down below. The next channel we're going to link is Lindsy over at Mad Girls Vintage. And we're going to link Laura and Selena at the Recycled Life. So hopefully you guys haven't been tagged and can participate in this fun challenge. Well, that is all I have for you guys today. I hope that you stay in, stay safe, and binge YouTube.